It's no secret that I've been very critical of Christians who claim to be Bible following individuals and yet voted for Joe Biden, someone who Christian principles, Christian teaching, and Christian moral standards would tell you is a man who has endorsed and caused the murder of countless millions throughout his career and promised to do so as a president. Now, a lot of people who have pushed back on me about this have said, "No, wait a second, Luke, are you asserting that people are responsible for every action of the individual who they vote for?" No, that's not what I'm asserting. And it's actually a very simple reason why. It's because there's a difference between a promise and a surprise action. So let's say that theoretically, Donald Trump or Barack Obama, after 3 years of leadership, came out and said, "You know what? We're going to kill all men under the age of 10." And everyone was like, "What? Where did this come from? What happened?" That would not be on the heads. That would not be blood on the hands and guilt on the heads of the people who voted for them, because that's a surprise action. They didn't campaign on that. No one had any way of knowing that in this theoretical make-believe situation that Barack Obama or Donald Trump would go off the rails like that and dictate such an egregious abuse of power and anti-American, anti-freedom act. That's a surprise action. However, a promise is something very different. When Donald Trump promised to build the wall and people voted for him because they knew that he was going to build a wall and they wanted him to build a wall, whether that's a moral or immoral action that he does reflects on the voter. And similarly, Joe Biden promised exactly what he was going to do through his career and through his words. So through his actions for almost 50 years in power and through his words on the campaign trail and the words of his chosen vice president, who he consciously appointed. He was very clear what his standards were. And if you are a Christian who voted for the Biden ticket, that's on you. It happened, as I posted, that happened on your watch, with your endorsement, with your name, your signature behind him and behind his promised actions. Now, his surprise actions that you had no reasonable expectation to see down the road, those are not on you. But his promises are absolutely on you. You did this. You played part in this. And you need to own that. And so if you're a Christian who doesn't believe abortion is murder and doesn't believe babies are humans, then I have some questions for you on that front. But then at least you're being consistent. But if you're a Christian who says you do believe babies are humans and you do believe abortion is murder, then I have some really big questions for you. And I believe that your church brothers and sisters should have some really big questions for you. And now I want to make this clear. I have never said someone had to vote for Donald Trump. And some people misinterpreted things I said when I said that I believe you cannot be an educated voter or an informed voter, a Bible-believing Christian who takes their faith seriously, and someone who votes for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. You cannot, all three of those cannot coexist in a balanced and synchronized manner. And some people took that to mean, well, I have to vote for Donald Trump. No, there's a big difference between having to vote for person X and not being able to vote for person Y. Those are not the same thing. And so I've never said that Christians had to vote for Donald Trump. But I do believe that if you voted for Joe Biden, your Christian brothers and sisters should absolutely ask some really big questions about what you knew he was going to do and you supported, in many cases monetarily, and in all cases with your signature, with your name behind what he promised to do. And so this is a bit of a more serious video, but I think that these are questions we need to ask ourselves and those close to us in our families, our friends groups, and our church communities. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time.